welcome to our Flow to Restore practice today. Today's class, my inspiration was yoga when you don't really feel like doing yoga. You just feel a little bit heavy, a little tired, but you know that you would benefit from some movement. So let's actually start standing today. Come to the top of the mat. Bring your feet hip distance. Bring your hands forward and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Close your eyes, and then very, very lightly bring your head back in space. So you're trying to stack your head over your shoulders to create a nice long spine. With your eyes closed, begin to observe your breath and begin to slow the breath down here. So the current of air entering into your nose is slow, quiet, and unhurried. Notice your foundation, your feet, whether maybe you're swaying a little bit forward and back. See if you can find that balancing point over the center of your feet. And then bring your hands onto your rib cage, bringing your thumbs back and your fingers forward. And we're holding onto our lower 6 ribs here. So we're not on the waist, the most narrow part, but we're slightly above your waist, the lower 6 ribs. Once you've found that point, close your eyes again and begin to direct your breath into your hands. So you're breathing now a little bit deeper into those lower ribs, breathing into your hands. And we're trying to create a more horizontal breath here as you breathe out into the side body. Keeping the breath slow. Relax your throat and quiet the breath as best you can. On the inhale, think about this sense of expansion as you breathe into those lower ribs, breathing outwards. And on the exhale, everything moves back to the beginning, back together. Notice this natural ebb and flow of your breath. And we're consciously bringing the breath into those low ribs to help bring our diaphragm, our primary breathing muscle, online. On your next exhale, go ahead and sigh it out. And inhale, open the eyes. All right, we're gonna get the whole body mobilized and we're going to start from the feet and work our way up. So we're going to either use a cushion for this or you can have your foot flat on your mat, but some of you will want to have a cushion. So bring your hands to your hips and step your left foot back, bringing the top of the foot down. And again, if you're like, oop, Andy, absolutely not, this is too aggressive, please get a cushion, something soft underneath your foot. Now we're trying to get all of your toes down, so we're getting a stretch through the front of the foot and the front of the ankle. Now ground down into your foot ever so slightly, just a little push down. That'll add a little extra intensity, but also integrity. Bend your left knee, and then we're just going to bend and lift. Really, really important that the front of the ankle has mobility, has range available. Otherwise, the knee will have to do the work that was designed for the ankle. And then we're going to take it to the pinky toe edge of your foot. So your heel is going to turn out. Again, gently ground down so you feel a little more engagement. And if it feels available, a little bend of both of the knees here as you ground into the pinky toe side of the foot, moving with your breath. And then the big toe edge of the foot, This part always really gets me. It's always like, ooh, a bit much. Nice. Keep your hands on your hips and lift your left knee up towards your navel and circle the left foot round. If you're feeling a little wiggly, just bring your hand onto a wall or a chair and we'll circle the ankle the other way. Remember that ankle mobility is directly correlated to our hip mobility and our knee health. And then we're going to go ahead and set that down and we'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to step the right foot back, bring the top of the right foot down, and you're gently pushing into the floor. If this feels okay, give a little bend and straighten here. Starting to engage around this left hip a bit. And then come to the pinky toe side of your foot so your heel moves out ever so slightly. And then maybe bringing the bend if that's feeling available. And if it's not available, just stay still. You don't have to bring the movement. And then the big toe edge. Moving with your breath, keeping it light, keeping it slow. And then we'll bring the knee up to the belly. And we'll circle that ankle around, moving with the breath. And the other way. Nice. And then we're going to get into the knees. So bring your feet together. Engage through the legs. So you're almost locking your knees. So there's engagement. Hands on your hips. And we're going to circle the knees around. So bend your knees and circle around. And come back up and engage. And then bring it around. So we're going to do 5 of these. So that's 3, 2. Keep your feet flat. They may want to kind of lift up, waggle around. And then we'll take it the other way. Keeping your feet down. So all of this is happening through the ankles, through the knees, a bit in the hips here. 2 more circles, I think. Usually I can count to 5, but maybe not today. Okay, and then we're going to keep focusing on the knees. So again, you may want to have a wall or a chair to hold on to. We're going to lift the left leg up, catch under the thigh. Now you're not using the strength in the leg, right? Here I'm using the strength in the left leg to lift it up, but we're going to use the arms here to lift the leg. So let the leg be really heavy, as if you got like a little dead leg. And then you're going to start to move the foot forward and back. And again, this is about the knee. So let the leg be really heavy and just let it swing. And then side to side. So just mobilizing through the knee and then a little circle. And if you feel wiggly, just hold on to something. And then circles the other way. Try to make this as passive as you can. And then let it come down and the other side. Under the right leg, let the leg be really heavy, like it's just going all limp, all sleepy. And then move it forward and back. Side to side. And then circles. And the other way. Nice. And then set it down. Feet hip distance. Hands on the hips. Actually, bring your hands to the side of your hip. So find the front of your hip. Can't find my hips here. There we go. Find the front of your hip. So that little bony protrusion in the front. And then work your way around to the side. And it's these muscles I want you to be feeling for a moment here. So feet hip distance. Bump your hips to the right. Bring them forward, left, and back. And then we're going to take it all the way around in a circle. Now this may just look a little bit silly, feel a little bit dumb, but we're mobilizing through the hips here. You can start to bend your knees a little bit, and I want you to feel these muscles on the sides of your hips start to wake up, start to fire. So we just start to mobilize these tissues. Take it the other way. And remember, sometimes what the body needs isn't necessarily like a big old stretch, big sensation. It's just movement. It's just motion. Motion is lotion. Okay, and then we're going to come up through center. We're going to take it higher. We're going to twist through the rib cage here. So arms nice and wide, palms up. Bring the right hand to the left shoulder and keep your feet grounded. As you exhale, twist to the left, rotating through the rib cage, through the spine. And then take it forward and the other way. Left hand, right shoulder. Take it all the way around behind you. Grounding into that opposite foot here. So that left foot here. Inhale through center. And exhale to twist. And just do a few of these now, moving on your own. You don't need to move with me. Find a rhythm that feels good for you. Maybe you find a certain area and you're like, ooh, hello, I want to hold that a bit longer. Taking it side to side. Nice, and then just balance it out. So you've done the same amount on both sides. And then we'll meet in neutral. We're gonna get into this thoracic spine, this upper mid-back. So as you inhale, you're going to draw your shoulder blades together, lift your chest, and come to the absolute end range where you feel like you just can't go anymore. And then you're gonna round here and come to the absolute end range where you're just not getting any further. The body stops. And then just do a few of these on your own. Inhale, chest back bends. Exhale, you round. So what's really interesting about this part of the spine is it has the greatest collection of little joints, and that means that it's designed to move, that it wants to move, and also when we move in this way and we come to the end range, we help stimulate our brain, our cerebellum, and it just really, really likes this kind of movement. Nice. And then we're just going to take it side to side. So we're going to move one shoulder one way, ground into the opposite foot, and then the other way. And again, try to come to the absolute end range where you're just like, oop, it's not going any farther. So we're sliding here, and this is still targeting that upper mid-back. So those 12 vertebrae, I believe, in the thoracic spine, from the neck and then down to the low back. Ooh, nice. Really like these. And then we're going to take it all the way around in a circle. We're going to combine these two movements. So let's just go to the right first, and then we're going to round back. So you're rounding, and to the left, and then we'll take it forward, a little back bend. And so then you're going to take it all the way around, if you can, in a smooth little circle, moving with your breath, just creating movement in this area that probably didn't get much today. And then we'll take it the other way. So then we're just going to circle around the other way here. Gotta really pay attention to being accurate with this movement as well. So just notice what's going on, where are you feeling things. Ooh. Finish up your circling. Woo. And then come through center. Let's get to the shoulders, palms forward, feet under hips. We're gonna lift the shoulders, bring them up, back, down, and around. Feel your shoulder blades here gliding across your rib cage. So it's a full big circle. Embrace every little crackle, every little pop you may feel, and then take it around the other way. Up, back, and down. Everything else below the shoulders still. Woo, and then just give it a nice little shake. And we're gonna get into the shoulders just a squeak further. A squeak? I don't know where squeak came from, but yeah, a squeak further. Bring your arms up, palms together. And you're going to lengthen up, growing tall, firm through the legs. Turn your palms out so they're facing away from each other. Bring your hands behind you as if they're going to touch behind your back, and bring them around. Now what a lot of people like to do here is kind of let the ribs pop forward, and so they're doing a lot of movement in the back and the spine. So we want to focus this through the shoulders, so we're keeping everything else below the shoulders still. And then we'll take the circles the other way, so then we'll bring the hands behind us to begin with, palms up, and then take them all the way back and around. And really focus on what's happening through the full shoulder complex, where you're feeling this in your body. One last circle here, finish up wherever you are, and then just give it a good old little shake. All right, let's get into the elbows. So we're going to circle through the elbows one way, and the other way. This one can be a little bit of a weird one for some people. Nice, and then we're going to get into our wrists here. So hug your elbows into the side body, palms up. And then you're going to draw your fingers in towards your wrists without lifting the forearms up. So find that end range. Fingers turn in, down, and then bring it up and back like you're giving me a high five. Fingers out. And we're making a little figure 8 here. This can be a really tricky one. And focus on the hand that is a little bit worse. Focus on the hand that's struggling. And we can bring the fingers into it as well. So you can start to curl your fingers with the movement of our figure eights. It's really, really good to focus on your wrist, if only for like 1 minute. We're spending so much time on computers and phones. All right, woof, nice, and give it a nice little shake, little wiggle. Spread your fingers and then slowly curl them in. So we're gonna get into the forearms a bit. And just notice, you can even look at your arm and notice these little muscles in your forearm moving under the skin. Ooh, and then give it a shake, and then we're gonna take our figure eights the other way. This alone is just heating me up. Elbows in, fingers turned down, or palms turned down, I should say. Draw your hands into wrist flexion, so you're bringing the fingers in towards the wrist. Turn them in, up, and then show me your palms as you bring the fingers down. So we're doing our figure eights the other way. Now this way is a lot harder for me, and if you could zoom in on my hands, you would see that my left wrist is just shaking here, trying to figure out how to do this. And I'm focusing really on my left wrist because I know my right one will be able to match it. Oh, one more. You can get your fingers involved if you want to this time. Oh my gosh. Oh, really feeling that. And then just let it go. Woof. Excellent. Okay, finally let's do our neck. So feet hip distance, firm into your feet. Draw the shoulders up and bring them back and down, palms forward. Lower your chin to your chest. And then circle your head over the shoulders 3 times, one way. Really, really slow the movement down. And keep drawing your hands down, which will help draw the shoulders down, which will help bring more length around your neck. Maybe even close your eyes here so you can bring all of your attention to the sensation happening in your neck, and then take it the other way. Moving with your breath. Just noticing every little tug, every little crackle. And then lift the head up. Ooh. And then we're going to bring our hands to the neck here, right underneath your ears. And you're just going to give yourself this lovely little massage from the corner of your jaw, down the neck, and even under your ears can feel really good. I really like underneath my ears, all the way down the neck. Nice. And then we're gonna get into the jaw. So the jaw is something we don't really think about having to mobilize or move, but a lot of us unconsciously hold a lot of tension here, gripping, and this will travel into other areas of the body. So it's gonna look really stupid, but luckily you're at home. Hopefully nobody's watching you. So we're going to move the jaw forward and back, and it's gonna look dumb as heck, but it's gonna be nice. So you're gonna bring your jaw forward and back. And I know it looks silly. I can't see you, but you can see me, so I'm the one looking dumb. And then we're gonna move it side to side. So you're gonna move your jaw left, right. Just notice how that feels. And then we're gonna try and do a full circle. So let's just try, move it right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back. One more. Right, forward, left, back, and then the other way around. I can't imagine what I look like right now. Okay, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back. Oh, and then bring your hands to your jaw and just give it a massage. Give it a massage, release fully here. Circling around one way and the other way. It should feel really, really good. Oh. Nice. And then just start to travel into your cheeks, massaging your cheeks. And come to your temples, massaging around the temples. Maybe even close your eyes. Hold a lot of tension in these muscles in the face. And circles the other way. Nice. And let's get into the eye a little bit as well. So you're going to take your index and your thumb and you're going to pinch around your eyebrows. Think how much you're using your eyes throughout the day, and these muscles around the eyes get very, very fatigued, especially when we're looking at screens. And then you're just going to poke along the orbit of the eye, so the eye socket here. Push fairly hard into this, little socket of the eye. Nice. Oh. And then my personal favorite, we're going to get into the neck here. So you're just going to bring your hands behind your neck and you're just going to give a little massage around the area where your skull meets your neck. Lower your chin to your chest and just get some fingers in there and really push into these little tender spots. You can use your index finger or you can use your thumb. So it'll be really nice just to get a bit of pressure through this area. Oh, I'm feeling some stuff today. Oh, nice. And then slowly release. Bring your hands forward, shoulders back and down. Close your eyes and come back to where we started. Come back to your breath, slowing it down. Keeping the breath light, slow, and deep. Notice any changes in your body compared to when we started. Thank you so much for sharing that practice with me today. If you enjoyed this class, please give the video a little thumbs up, write a comment below, ask me any questions, let me know how you're feeling. And if you want to support the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications so you won't miss the next class that I post next week. See you on the mat soon.